All right, so if you're still having some trouble on the Boyle's Law, I did a basic one already. Some of these are still kind of basic too, but I wanted to kind of give you some real world practice with it because this is what those look like. They are word problems, and I know that high schoolers, well, I think even elementary school kids, tend to run from word problems. So I wanted to start by just underlining all my numbers because my numbers mean something. And so there, I have numbers. Well, the first thing says if I have 5.6 liters. Well, 5.6 liters, we now know that liters is a measure of volume. And it's the first thing listed. So it's going to be my V1. Okay? Of a gas and a piston at a pressure of 1.5 atmospheres. Well, we know atmospheres is pressure, but we also know it's pressure because it said at a pressure of. And it's the only pressure that's given, so it's the initial pressure. So we're looking at P1. Okay, compress the gas until its volume is 4.8 liters. Well, liters is another volume, plus that gave us this nice hint with the word volume. So it's V2. Okay, same formula as before, and it's asking for the new pressure, so they're looking for P2. Okay, so in this problem, we're still got the same exact equation, P1 V1 equals P2 V2, and we're looking for P2, which I think that's what we're looking for the last one. Sorry, I didn't mean to give you the same one. All right, so P2 and V2 are multiplied, so I'm going to divide by V2 on both sides. That gets rid of that one, and I'm left with P2. P2 equals P1 V1 divided by V2. Now, the second thing I need to make sure is I need to make sure that my pressures are in atmospheres and my volumes are in liters. And in this case, they are, so I'm going to leave them alone. There are some exceptions to being able to convert, but we're going to just always convert because it'll make ideal gas law easier later. All right, so I'm just going to plug numbers in. P1 over here was 1.5 atmospheres. And V1 over here was 5.6 liters divided by V2, which was 4.8 liters. Okay, you notice that you have a liter on top, you have a liter on bottom, so those things can go away. And you just multiply 1.5 times 5.6 divided by 4.8, which gives you 1.75. And the only unit left is atmospheres. Therefore, it's 1.75 atmospheres. Okay, so to do another, I've added 15 liters of air. So 15 liters indicates that it is a volume. To a balloon at sea level of 1.0 atmospheres, so we know that's going to be a pressure. If I take the balloon with me to Denver, where the air pressure is 0.85 atmospheres, what will be the new volume? So in this, 15 liters is our first volume given, it's V1. It says that it is at sea level, which is 1 atmosphere, that is P1. And they're taking it to a new pressure, so that's your P2, and they're looking for V2. Okay, if you look at all of these, volumes in liters, pressures in atmospheres, there's nothing for me to change, so I get to work without doing any conversions. You still got the same formula, P1 V1 equals P2 V2. Whereas P1, well, no, I'm going to make you do the thing again. Circle what you're looking for, which is V2. They're multiplied, so we're going to divide by P2. We're going to divide by what's not circled. Those are going to cancel. So V2 equals P1 V1 divided by P2. In this problem, we're just going to plug things in. P1 was 1.0 atmospheres. V1 was 15 liters. Divided by P2, which was 0.85